you don't understand what this means right now on the screen, you probably won't understand what this means on this screen. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to learn what I'm doing, my strategy, so you can get results like this for the past few months, what I'm having here for the past few payouts, and also what I just request for the payout last week. So the goal of the video is to basically learn my simple strategy and apply actually the strategy, not just learn it but actually apply it. Learn to use it every day. Literally stupid, simple and proven. Even your dog can do it. Get profitable and consistent. Obviously that's the main goal and important of this video. So let's get straight into that. So first of all, we need to learn what is actually market structure, because if you don't know what is market structure, you gambling and you will lose sooner or later. So first of all, let's have a look on this one. So if you look at this chart right now, this is EURUSD. I'm in this trade at the moment. So when you look at this, what do you see? Do you think the market is going down? Quick interruption, guys. If you like to follow all my trades for absolutely free, I share my losses, my wins, everything else, my mindset. Link is down below in the description. It's a free Telegram group. You can join or stay where you are. Or is it going up? Obviously it's going down, right? Even you can see it. But what if I show you only this? So I do this. What if I show you this? Would you say this market is going up or is this going down? Because you can see, right? You can see we have a high low, high low, high low, high low, blah blah, high low, high low, and then we didn't make the high, and we just swing beyond or below this previous low. So do you think this market is still going up or down? Well, obviously most traders will tell you that this market is still uptrend. It's still going up, and this is maybe just some sweep liquidity or whatever might be, you know, the what is it called, the ICT and liquidity grab, wagyu steak, crazy people, traders overcomplicate everything, fair value gaps, all this stuff. They will tell you that this is still going uptrend, but as you can see, no, it just completely turned around. It swept below this low, and then sweep below, come back to test it, and we continue down. You can see here I shorted here once and I'm shorting a second time again. So obviously now you can see after this, if I only show you this one, you can see that this will be, you would maybe probably think that this is still uptrend, right? But after I show you this one, you can see clearly that this is just going, let me get the arrow again. This is just going downstairs, nowhere else. So you want to short. And this is the most important thing you can learn in trading probably. Market structure is everything. If you don't know where the market is going on the daily chart, weekly chart, the 4-hour chart, sooner or later you're gonna lose. And I remember myself when I started, I had no idea what the market structure is. I had no idea what is uptrend. I have no idea what is downtrend. Obviously anyone, when you look at the chart, or most people when they look at the chart like this, you can kind of see that this chart is going up, right? You can kind of see that. But what about these? You know, what about these swings? That always I was confused about. So obviously I already explained a little bit how to read the market structure, but basically we always have a, let me get this closer, we always have a high, let me get this one again, high low, this is not high yet, high low, high low, high. You get the point, right? So we always have to keep going up. We always have to keep going up, otherwise the uptrend will stop. That's what happened exactly in this one. So we had a high, that's supposed to be high low, you know, and this was supposed to be high, but it wasn't. Instead we broke below this high low, right? Same thing you can do if the market's going downside. So for example, let's see down here, for example, this is a good example, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, so this is a good example, right? You can see the market was obviously going down like this, but when you can actually see it turn around. I'm gonna show you in exactly how to identify when this market structure, when this downtrend is gonna turn around to the uptrend. So we had a high low, low low, high low, low high, low high, low low, low high, low high, da da da. Then we come here, and then this is the lower high, and we're not supposed to break like this. You can see this candlestick, it broke above of this previous high, right? So we're not supposed to do that if you want to continue down, but we did, and that means we just turn around and switch bullish. If we didn't break, if it's just stop here, we just continue down, they just continue the downtrend. But you can see, obviously this is not perfect every time. You can see that even if the high low, high high, we break above, right? And then we had another small one, high low, high high, but then we broke this high low, and then we shift to downtrend again, right? And we continue down, and then we shift to uptrend again. You can see we broke above these previous highs, right? So it's not always, it doesn't mean always that when the market just shift structure or shift from bullish to bearish or bearish to bullish, it doesn't mean it's gonna go like this forever. It's just mean that the market showing you that it is going in different direction. Is it mean that every time this is gonna happen, like we shift from bullish and from bearish and then bullish, is gonna happen every time? Of course not, but this can happen. I would say 8 out of 10 times when the shift of structure happens, it's going from bearish to bullish. It usually stays that way, and it's going in some certain point, like some resistance or support, which I'm going to be talking about later in this video as well. So since we changed to bullish, so we had a high low, high high, high low, high high, high low. You can see I even long it here once and then twice, high high, and then we become bearish again. But since we become bearish, now we're going to be talking about the support. So if you look at that, you can draw this as a nice support. Is there anything else now? So this could be a support, right? And we also bounce from here and we turn bullish again. So we've been bullish, high low, high high, we turn bearish. So now everyone was betting that it's gonna come back to this area, to the resistance, so we can then short it and we go bearish. But it didn't give us properly confirmation, or maybe there was confirmation, I don't know. I don't have to have a look inside of this structure properly. But we just completely violated. You can see this huge candle, and we just keep going up and up and up. So if you can learn market structure and understand it, your win rate is going to increase by 50%, 60% straight away. I'm telling you, it is so important. So you can see here, we continue up, high low, high high, we fake everyone out again, high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, and we continue up. You could be entering the trade here, you could be entering the trade here, stop loss somewhere there, boom, you can target properly something like this, nice 1 2 3 trade. If I look at the 4-hour chart, where are we? We just got lost here. All right, we could target 1 2 3. So now, if you don't understand the market structure yet, just rewind back and watch the video again. So now I'm gonna show you where and when to actually enter the trade. So I'm gonna show you the latest one. Actually, what I'm doing now, I'm in this trade at the moment. I'm gonna show you here. I'm on my small account. Let me go here. So this is my, I'm gonna show you first, this is my step 1 evaluation, which I play around. I'm currently in Euro USD and Germany 30. You can see this is the 2 trades I'm currently in. It's just started, and I'm also on my small account, Euro USD, hey, where are we? Euro USD, and it's just very small account. I'm trying to grow this. I think I deposited like $100. Let me show you. I deposited $131. I doubled the account. Why I can't? There we go. I doubled the account last week. So $154 profit. And I will try to get this account to 10K, probably. Let's try first 1K and then see how we go with that. So let's go on to Euro USD. Why did I enter this short? So as I already explained to you before, we were bearish, right? Still bearish. Then we become bullish because we broke above this previous high. And then we're supposed to continue, but we didn't. And we become bearish, right? So we broke below this previous lows. And then we came back to retest. And I enter here the short. Now we keep going down. I could hold it, but it was last week, it was Friday, so I didn't want to hold it anymore. And this is another resistance. Let me get rid of this one. This is another resistance. You don't want to draw, by the way, resistance or support. Let me delete this one. You don't want to draw it like this. You don't want to draw it like this, yeah? It's too thin. You can't really see the price action in it. You can't really, you know what I mean? It's not very, how to explain? It's not very in detail. There is no any wiggle room. There is nothing like that. So I always draw a simple rectangle, something like that. What I usually do, I want to have at least 2 to 3 touches. What I mean by 2 to 3 touches is, I mean this one, I'm gonna get this arrow. What I mean is like the price come back to this area. So that's 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. This doesn't really count, but we had kind of 3 touches, right? You can even extend the rectangle later. So something like this, you will want that. See how is it nice and clear? Like you can actually see what is happening. If you want, you can actually put it like this, maybe even better actually. Yeah, this is actually even better. So then when you click on 4 hour, when you click on 4 hour, let me go here. It's even more observable. You can see it even better, I would say. So I will do something like this, just make it nice, like this. You can see it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So why did I enter this position? You can see it's the same thing as I was explaining to you on a 4 hour. And we have a downtrend, right? On a 4 hour, we have a downtrend on a daily. So now we have a two times in synchronization or sync, or it's going in the same direction, right? So as we were going down, low high, low low, low high, low low, low high, low low, low high, low low, low high, and now I'm expecting low low. You get the point. I'm trying to always wait for the retest. When I started, I didn't even understand what the fuck is retest. I thought just the price come back here and then you just enter. But no, there's actually more to it. So when the price come back to this area, this is supposed to be low or high. But you can see I didn't enter straight away here on this candle. I didn't enter this one, I didn't enter this one. Each candle is 4 hour, by the way. So I didn't enter anyway here. I enter on this one. Now, why on this one? Well, first of all, you can see that this candlestick is an engulfing 4 hour. If I go on down on a 2 hour, you can see that this candlestick is an engulfing 2 hour as well. If I go on a 1 hour, you can see that this candlestick engulfed as well these previous lows, right? This one as well. If I go on 30 minutes, if it's gonna load, let's go. Come on, there we go. Engulfing as well, right? You can see engulfing here, engulfing here, engulfing here. And I simply enter the trade there, and there's another engulfing here. It's basically, this is clear indication that the sellers are in power at the moment. Can this price completely reverse against me and just completely dehumanize me and then just completely just boom, skyrocket? Absolutely, it happened to me so many times, and it's gonna happen to you all the time. But what I can guarantee you, that you're gonna improve your win rate so much more than just simply, because of what I see in some gurus, right? They go on a daily, and I won't name those gurus. You know, they're profitable and works for them, but I don't really see long-term sustainability. There's no really structure. Like, I'm kind of person where I need to see the step by step, right? If I do A, I get B. If I do B, I get C. If I do C, I get D, right? So there always has to be some outcome. And what people usually do, or these gurus, they will basically just wait for the price to come to this area, and then they just enter, right? So if you're on 1 hour, and then they just enter, right? So when they're already here, let's say they would already see this one. Let me get this again. They would already see these two candlesticks. Yeah, there's a rejection, but there's no confirmation here. I'm going to be talking about confirmation a little bit later as well. So there's no confirmation. So they will just enter, right? So they will do stop loss. So they will just enter, let's say here, they will do tight stop loss, right? So they will do something like this above the previous high, right? Target something lower. But look what happened. The price, first of all, this was still in Asia session. It wasn't even London session. And I usually, most of the time, trade your London session maybe a couple of hours before London session starts. And look what will happen. It will just weak you out so many times. And then you'll be angry at yourself, you'll be complaining, and then, you know, contemplating your whole trading journey, you know, what you're doing wrong and what not. So I hope you understand in that. So now the next one is, when do I enter? So we went on the market structure. What is market structure? What is bullish and what is bearish? We went over the engulfing, but when do I actually enter? Now, if you look at this one, when did I enter? Did I enter here? No. Here? No. When did I enter? Here. Now, why? Why do you think? I want you to look at this chart. I want you to think, why did I enter? Was it because of this candlestick? Or because of this candlestick? Of course it was because of this candlestick, right? You can see this engulfing. But if this candlestick end up like this, right? So this wouldn't happen, and it would just end up here. I will not enter the trade. Why? Because the candlestick didn't break below these previous lows, right? Meaning the sellers are still not in power, the buyers are still in power. But since we broke below these lows, now I'm looking to enter the trade, and enter the trade. And I'm currently, let me get rid of this. I'm currently, what is it? Like 1, 2, no, not even 1 to 1 yet. 1, 2.5, yeah. So that's the trade at the moment. Now, can this still reverse? Yes, absolutely. But I believe once we get below this, once we're below these lows, once the price break below, it's just continue dumping and dumping down. Because if you look at the daily, there's basically nothing what's stopping the price, right? It's just clear hell, or clear sky, whatever you want to call it, all the way to this area, right? That will be next support where I want to get out of this trade, because usually the price will just bounce from here and continue up. So I hope that helps, guys. If you enjoyed these videos, leave the likes and subscribe to this channel. It's a brand new channel. And then if you're interested to learn, basically if you stick end of this video, you want to learn trading, right? I'm guessing that's why you're here. So you can click the link down below in the description. It will get you to the free Telegram group channel, which is free for now. I don't know for how long, but it's free for now. So